Hi, I'm Felissa Rose, Angela from Sleepaway Camp, and you're watching Psycho Wreck.
Jasmiyah and Tasmiyah Whitehead were born on November 27, 1993, to Nikki Whitehead, better known as Nikki. Jazz and Taz, as they were mostly known, spent the first 12 years of their life just like how their mother, in the care of their great-grandmother. Though they were both honor roll students, they were also spoiled brats, because just like their mother, they were practically allowed to do whatever they wanted. The only rule they really had to follow was to stay out of trouble. However, this all changed in 2007 when Nikki was given custody of the girls after being in and out of their lives and moved to Conyers, Georgia with them. By this time, the girls were beginning their teen years. It was also during this time where Taz and Jazz were living under a strict set of rules and started hearing that one word every spoiled brat despises: no. This kickstarted a rebellious attitude in the twins that led them getting into physical altercations with their mother, where they would double team her anytime she tried to discipline them. It eventually led to Nikki Whitehead calling the police, where, according to Officer Myra Scruggs, who answered the call, the girls were mad because they weren't getting their way and wanted to move back with their great-grandmother. Having an unsettling feeling after interviewing the mama twins, Officer Scruggs stayed close by just in case. Turns out, her feelings were correct. For within minutes, Taz and Jazz jumped on their mother once again, and this time they were arrested. And for the next 3 years, the 3 lives of these ladies were nothing more but counseling and juvenile court appearances. It eventually led to Tasmiyah and Jasmiyah finally getting what they begged for, as they were put back into their great-grandmother's care. Yet it was only for a short time, because on January 5th, 2010, they were ordered back into their mother's custody, despite their disapproval. However, 8 days later, tragedy would strike. For that evening, on January 13th, 2010, Jazz and Taz called the police to report their mother murdered. When police arrived on the scene, the way they described it was a scene out of a horror film. There was blood everywhere, and Nikki Whitehead's body was in a tub filled with water. The medical examiner report says that she was stabbed over 80 times, calling Nikki's murder a brutal crime of passion. Taz and Jazz were taken in by the police, where they were questioned at first to see if anyone would want to hurt their mother. Yet over time, they started getting a strange feeling about the two, especially when they found bite marks, scratches, and cuts on each of them. They decided to separate the two, and that's when they started getting a real suspicious feeling about them. Yet, with no evidence, they eventually let them go. Taz and Jazz were let go that night, where they went back to living with their great-grandmother. Basically, something that they wanted from the get-go. Yet, 4 months later, after finding very crucial evidence involving them, the two twins were arrested and charged with their mother's murder. However, they would avoid going to trial because after 4 years of being incarcerated and facing a massive amount of evidence against them, Taz and Jazz finally confessed to killing their mother. Their reason? They were a couple of spoiled brats who were mad because they weren't getting their way. Both girls pled guilty to voluntary manslaughter after taking plea deals, and they were both sentenced to 30 years in prison. Tasmiyah Whitehead is currently serving her time at Pulaski State Prison in Hawkinsville, Georgia, while Jasmiyah Whitehead is serving her sentence at Arendelle State Prison in Alto, Georgia. This isn't the first time I've done a video about spoiled kids murdering their parents because they didn't get their way. And I'm pretty sure it definitely won't be the last. So if I can leave anything with this video right here, it'll be both a message to the parents and to the kids. To the parents, if you truly love your children, you will instill an equal amount of love and discipline in their lives, where they'll eventually grow up and understand that there are going to be many times in life that they aren't going to get their way. And that's a message to the kids as well. You have to understand, just because your parents lay down strict rules that you may think is unfair at that time, you have to understand that life is very tough in this world today, and there are going to be many times you are not going to get your way. It's not your parents being mean, evil, and not loving you. That's showing how much they truly love you. And you'll understand that as you grow. I'm Psycho Rick saying until next time, thanks for watching.